Oh, baby. You gotta say it. It's the PTL Division 2 Power Rankings, hosted by Zangoose, the greatest Season 1 champion, lucked its way to the finals, and joined by Mid. Eh? You sound right.
The boy Pokemaster.
Yeah, Mid Pokemaster. He's alright. Just kidding.
Yeah, even
He's
though I'm not even a Pokemaster, so I'm just in the middle.
dangling on the cliff of relegation. Alright. So just a quick overview. We're doing this totally different. Well, not totally different. A little bit different than the other divisions. So we came up with like an adjusted single rank, but we're still gonna go over like what our individual ranks were. But like we have, I don't know. Like basically what we did was I just took the average of like our two ranks. So like say I gave somebody 10th and Mid gave them 12th. The average of that would be 11, and we just ranked or like sorted it by those points. So if I ranked them high and Mid ranked them low, it kind of evens out a little bit. And we also matched on only the first and last place, so there's a little bit of wonkiness there. Maybe not totally agreeable, but we found some common ground, and yeah, I don't know. You got anything?
No.
All right, no graphics. We'll do that in post. Makes no sense. So in last place is actually Brett and the Mad Cargo Brett Aviv. So I don't know. We both ended up giving him 16th, and honestly, like I don't know. I actually love this team because it's just hilarious to me. Like just like
Like,
I don't know. Mega Zam and Zera is just like speed out the wazoo, and then it's like and then Blacephalon. There's just like a 40-point speed gap for no reason.
yeah, and like it's a very good offensive team with some defensive pivots, but
I know. Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't know. On my arbitrary point system, yeah, he has like max offense score, and then just like everything else is like a little bit below average. I mean his hazards are actually kind of bad. Like you see like Rhydon, and that's
two
it,
hazard
right?
setters.
Oh, and Klefki. Klefki has spikes, so it's like how often is Rhydon coming? How often can Klefki, give a slot for spikes when it needs other stuff?
And then there's like his attackers are like mainly special, so less than just Wallace entire team.
Yeah, I mean like Hoopa can go mixed. Zera's a little physical. Kurum's kind of mixed, but yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's just like it's a funny team. Like I would probably have fun using this just because like stuff like Megazam and Zera is just like and Hoopa are just like crazy. But his like typing, he's got some holes there. I don't know.
He really does.
He's got two ghost types. Like how often does that happen? Yeah,
Pretty knockoff week.
yeah. Like I don't know. It's just like it's an interesting team. I'm sure he can do shit with it. Like I'm sure just like the offense will overwhelm enough teams, but just from like a purist like rounded out team like standpoint, it's just like it doesn't get enough done. And it's just like in the way the speed tiers are is like if and you can just like run some shit scarfed and basically like obviously Megazam is it's gonna have the Mega Stone. Zera's an okay scarf user, but not like great.
Yeah,
And also he picked Hoopa over a Zera for the Z user, which is like I question that honestly.
yeah.
Like I don't know, like Hoopa's nice, like
Z
it's
user.
good, but I think Zera like needs it. Like if I don't know, like Zera's okay as a Z user, it's pretty good. I'm not
Yeah.
biased at all, or whatever.
20 kills, zero aura, season one.
Just that was an accident. But yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah. So Brett has like a funny team. I mean, like Suicune is on there, but like Suicune's literally his only like reliable defense. Like I don't know. Like I guess Gorgeist is okay, but
It's
I
like
don't know. It's
Suicune
just
doesn't have.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, there's definitely some holes there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really does.
Yep. All right, but it's Brett. He doesn't care. I'm sure he'll be like, "Oh, 16th, you say," and he's he's got that attitude about him. Like he's like, I'll prove you wrong, which I think is fair. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get shit done. So next up, let's go is actually going to be Moki and the Golden City Gardevoirs. This is where that like the math I talked about. Like the average score doesn't really make sense because I gave Moki 14th.
I gave him 12th.
Did you? I thought you gave him 13th.
But I counted it wrong. It was 13th.
I got him. Yeah, so even though like we give him 13th and 14th, that's a 15th overall just because like the I don't know, just like the way the math works, like the next person up obviously had like a slightly lower score. But it's okay. So, it's basically a tie between 14th, 15th actually, but we just slapped Moki in the bottom.
Yeah.
So obviously the thing everyone can notice about this team is Victini is the fastest mon, which is
Which is never good.
worrying to say the least. It wouldn't even be as bad if his next fastest mon wasn't, I think, Gudra. Like, which is what, 85, 80? Or like Toxic Rocks, I don't know. He goes from 100 to 85. He doesn't even have anything in the 90s. So like that's just asking for trouble. I don't know.
Yeah. He's going to be like relying on bringing Scarf Victini
Yes,
every week.
so Scarf Victini is coming all the time. He also is like not. I don't know. He has like okay hazards, I guess. I don't know if Toxic Croak. I don't think Toxic Croak is hazards, does it?
I don't think it does.
Because I mean, he has Mega T-Tar, he has Gudra, and he has Blissey with all get rocks, which is like okay, but I don't know. It's just like that's it. His removal, whatever.
He's like extremely fighting weak.
Oh, I know. He's got Toxic Croak and Florges to resist fighting, and neither of those are very physically defensive. So I don't know what he's expecting to do. This is like Terrakion's wet dream of a team.
I want to see him and Shao go up against this team.
yeah. Just like any fighting type or like rock type above like 100 speed just goes apeshit on this team. At least I guess Swampert's okay too. But yeah, otherwise I don't know. His offense is also a little bit lackluster. I mean, Victini can hit hard, Mega T-Tar can hit hard, both mostly physically. Victini's mixed, and after that, it's just like Vikavolt is his like best special attacker.
It's amazing.
I mean, Vigavolt's good. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, you can't like, you're not gonna. It's not gonna carry your team. It's gonna come every third battle and be a threat. Like, I don't know if like Blissey's like your third best special attacker. I think something's wrong. But I
He
don't
better
know.
bring Calm My Blissey this season.
Yeah, I mean, he does have like a really good bulk. So like, if you don't have enough to break the team, like it could be issues. But yeah, like is literally Victini is his only real good scarf option, and like he has Sucker Punch on Toxic Croak.
It's the dude that won the season with Scarf Celesteela.
It worked kind of. It's just yeah, that's a one-time thing as well. I mean, yeah, Celesteela can at least like autotomize and stuff, but like Scrafty is Dragon Dance. Like I don't know, his just like his setup and his scarfers are real bad.
Yeah. His team's just like really easy to work around.
Yeah, which I don't know. Maybe like like I said, like these first bottom like 4 or 5 could probably all be switched around if you want. Like I'm sure like a lot of people probably would have put this below Brett's team just because Brett still has like the offense. Like I feel like Brett would like have a great time in this matchup because he would just bring massive offense. Like what's Moki gonna do against him? But I don't know. I feel like Moki's team is a little bit more well rounded. But I don't know. It's up to the coaches too. But we tried to like ignore coach skill because one, it's like I don't know. I haven't seen all these people battle that much. Some might be biased for, and others I just like would guess.
Yeah, it's extremely hard not to be biased when you know some coaches and then you don't know the others.
Yeah, or it's like I've only seen their one bad season, and All right, so that's it for Moki. Moki's obviously. I thought both Moki and Brett were actually like promoted from D3, so like we know like they can play. So obviously like that kind of backs up the point that the teams aren't, or like the rankings aren't a reflection of the coach. It's just what we think of the teams.
Yeah.
All right. So next up in 14th is Dolphins Squared and the Red Spark Vicovolts.
Let me find this team. Yeah, I can. Very interesting. It's like before where it has some weird speed tiering.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his speed tiers are okay at least. I mean, he has like T-Tar Excadrill, the classic combo, Mega Gallades 110, Crobat's 130. I mean, he covers it pretty well. Maybe the gap between Crobat and Mega Galade's like the only thing, but there's only so many like 120 range speed tiers.
Yeah.
His hazards are pretty weak. He has Excadrill and T-Tar. I think that's it.
Excadrill won't want to bring Stealth Rocks that often.
No, and yeah, I mean T-Tar can, but like yeah, that's straight up it. He's got two rockers, so I mean that's worse than the other two teams we've seen. And he's also very rock weak between Crobat, Incineroar, Volcarona, Kyurem.
Yeah.
And his removal is Rotom, and I think Volcarona
Crobat.
probably gets defog. Crobat gets defog.
Volcarona gets
Sorry.
a bunch of random stuff gets default that doesn't really need it.
Yeah, it's like how like Rotom and Excadrill are probably his like best bets, but even
Yeah.
Excadrill, it's still the move slots. It's gonna want like SD and offense most of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I like the defensive synergy between Crobat and Tyranitar.
Yeah, that's definitely good. It's like it's like
It's definitely
yeah. I guess I was gonna say like Medicham like beats that, but it doesn't because Crobat just outspeeds it.
yeah. It's definitely an interesting team, but I feel like he could probably use it right.
Yeah, and he does basically have zero defense. I mean, he has like Incineroar with Intimidate and Jellicent, and the rest of his monsters are just kind of
But
bulky. Like, there's no real like good defense there.
Yeah. Defense.
What else is up in there? Yeah, they also got like a decent similar issue that Moki has. He doesn't have any real good Scarfers. I mean, there's like Kyurem and Rotom, and then
Yeah.
there's like niche ones. Like yeah, a Scarf Extra Drill comes every once in a while, like Incineroar even. But I don't know. His priorities Ambipom with Fake Out. I think that's it.
Bupon fake out, Incineroar fake out.
Yeah. It's like, so that's something to keep in mind when people can't like stop setup. It's like if you don't have a Scarfer or if you don't have priority, like an Amani gets to +1 speed, like what are you gonna do?
This well, he doesn't have a fairy type, does he?
Oh yeah. Oh, his typings are like pretty bad.
Yeah. They aren't the great, but
Well, and I
I
wouldn't say
love that
pretty
he's
bad.
just gonna have to
That's
try to beat everybody on offense.
yeah. Which that's fair. All right. Who's next? All right. Next up in 13th place is DI Gremlin and the South End Stoutlands. No, we didn't. I don't think we said which rank we gave Dolphin, but I gave him 12th and Mid gave him 15th.
So just equaled out to 14.
Yeah. So then, okay, so DI Gremlin, Mid gave him 11th, I gave him 13th. That's a nice even 12th average, which gives him 13th because the points don't necessarily mean the rank. We just like sorted them.
Yeah, just do whatever the point said.
Yeah, points don't matter. It's whose line. All right. So, I mean, most people are going to notice, like, immediately on the order of this draft, Mega Latios, followed by Necrozma. Bit of a red flag.
Yeah, which is definitely something.
Yeah, I mean, he's been making jokes about it. Like, he knows it was a weird thing. I don't know what happened there. I think he just picked Mega Latios because he could, and then, like, actually wanted Necrozma. I don't know. I think it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I think that's the only way how that happened.
Yeah.
But
So, this is another team with, like, very awkward typing. Just because he's got the psychic overlap. He doesn't have a fire type. Doesn't have an electric type.
yeah,
Like
just to me, those are like two to look for in a draft.
yeah. It's like what is this team gonna do against like Celesteela? It's got nothing. Mega Latios to set up a little bit, maybe go for like unstabbed T-Bolt. Like that's about all he's got. It's just like when you're missing entire like stab types, like it bites you pretty quick, and especially in defensive matchups.
Yeah. I can see this team still doing, like, still putting in work,
Oh yeah, for sure.
prep insanely hard and play extremely well.
Hmm.
Get carried by his team like
Yeah.
somebody did last season.
Yeah, he's got stack attack. That's pretty good.
Oh, A-Draft's baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, even with stack attack, there's not a lot of trick room synergy. Maybe like a slow Prim or Buzzwole, but or like I guess Necrozma
Yeah,
also gets trick room to like help stack attack in theory. I don't know. Um, but I mean, he's got good offense. He's got okay defense. His removal's pretty good from what I've written down. He's got Latios, Tornadus, Gligar. Those are all pretty good defoggers.
yeah, pretty. They're all pretty reliable.
Yeah, especially with like Prankster on Tornadus. And he's got
Yeah.
he's got rocks with Gligar, webs with Slurp. So it's like
What's scary is probably seeing a torn eye, and then he brings in a mammoth swine.
yeah, yeah, no lack of offense here. So we'll have to see. Like I don't know. It's just like in the end, it always comes down to team building and play. So Gremlin could have like tons of good matchups here, and it's just like his team looks like when you look at it, and then it's just like it turns out it's actually pretty good matchup wise. It's just like teams that don't exist would beat it, but teams that happen to get drafted, lose to it. It's one of those weird things about draft leagues. All right, where are we
Yeah,
at?
that's exactly how I feel with this draft
Yeah.
and some of the other ones.
Oh yeah, this is a very even draft. Like giving these rankings that like it's just there's a couple cutoffs, but like it's just the difference between like your team's like good and your team's like workable, which we're in the workable range right now.
Yeah. So I remember for like 4th through 12th on our power rankings, they were like they could go anywhere in the spots.
Oh yeah, there's some spicy ones coming up in terms of our difference. So on average, we're going up from 13th into 12th is Viola Pasco, Will, and the Whitney Miltanks. He averaged out to 12th place, but I actually gave him 9th while Mid gave him 14th, so that kind of brought him down a little bit.
Yeah, I just didn't like his. Really, just don't like his team.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't like the double sidekick with Latios and Mesprit.
Oh yeah. Mesprit is totally worthless on this team. Like, I don't remember we're talking about it somewhere, and I pointed that out.
I really just don't like his hazard removal.
Let's see what I give him. I give him okay removal. He's got what Decidueye with defog, Gladius with defog, Thunderous with defog.
NDI.
Yeah, I mean he's
Can you
got
get
three.
default now?
He's got two decent defog users and one like niche one.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not like perfect. I don't know. He had rough speed tiers. From what I put. So I mean he has Thunderous and Latias right next to each other, and then nothing until
I think Blaziken, maybe?
Zoroark. I guess is like 10 something.
5.
Yeah, and then from that to like 80 base speed with like Mesprit and Blaziken. So pretty big gap. There's a lot of like 90 speed tiers that could have a really good time against this team, and anything above 111 is gonna have a good time. I mean, you don't need to have something above 110, but like it helps a lot.
I feel like he should have drafted like a second steel, like a more bulkier steel
Yeah,
to take hits.
yeah. I don't know. I liked his defense. I don't know why. I guess he has Umbreon, he has Toxapex. Like that's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
A Hippowdon. Like he's actually got some like very very good defense. And he's got okay
That's
offense.
extremely good.
Yeah, I mean like Mawile is just like free offense. But it's a little bit. I mean Mawile, Thunderous, like Blaziken. I don't know. Like his offense is definitely weaker than his defense, which could be good, could be bad.
It just depends on how he plays.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like an okay, well-rounded team. It's just like it doesn't have like those big threats. It's just kind of like a lot of like decent things that, depending on how he plays, who knows? I've probably said
Yeah.
1,000 times. I have like a bad habit of that.
Only phrase you need to say is "oh baby."
Oh baby, all right. So back up above Will to 11th is the Los Angeles Nido Kings, and I don't remember who the coach is off the top of my head. Hold on, let me check. That is Joey, of course. My bad, Joey. So Joey is up in 11th. I gave him 11, and Mid gave him 10. So this one was pretty safe.
Yeah, I like his team a lot. I just felt like it had a few weaknesses
Yeah,
that were easily exploitable.
yeah. He's got another speed tier and offense issue because he's got like Kabalion and Heliolisk in like the sub 110. He's got Celebi at 100. Octagonal is also. He's got like three within like 100 to like 107 speed or something like that. Like
Yeah,
nothing
and it's
above.
weird seeing Cell paired with a Mega Venusaur.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess in theory, flying is their only like true shared
It's the only
weakness.
true weakness.
Yeah. I said his hazards are pretty weak. He's got Kabalion and Fortress. I mean, Fortress is actually really good like hazards, but
But every time we bring it,
yeah.
HP fires.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I mean, Fortress is decent. Kabalion and Celebi can get a rocks if they need to. So I guess his hazards aren't as bad as I put, but, it happens. And yeah,
But Fortress can't come every week as a reliable rocker or spiker.
right. I don't know. And he's got okay offense. I mean, like, Zygarde's good for setup. Obviously, on its own, it's kind of weak. I mean, like, I don't know.
Mega Venusaur is pretty good offensively.
It
Like,
is. It's got like 110 or like, it's up there in special attack. It might have even higher.
yeah,
But yeah, it's like, and then like I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of like, he's got good setup, but he doesn't have good like pure attackers. Like Togekiss
yeah,
can plot, Kabalion can sword stance, Heliolisk I guess is specs, but then like Celebi can run nasty plot. Like he's got a decent setup. He just doesn't have a lot of good like tear through your team mons.
yeah. He doesn't have like that Victini
Yeah,
in your team no matter what.
right. So it's like yeah, so it's definitely workable, but we'll have to see what he does with it. Once again, it's gonna happen every time. So speaking of, so this is probably our first like wonky like not even close one. It's pretty bad. So coming in 10th is Danny and the Munchlaxer United, and Mid gave him third, and I gave him 15th. So that leaves him in 10th. So
That was extremely crazy. Put them at two different sides.
oh, not even close. Yeah,
I extremely love his team outside of the Mega Aggron Scizor pair.
yeah. For me, he just got dragged down by like I don't know. The things I have him lowest are like speed tiers, hazards, removal, and typing. He's got some type gaps again. No fire type. He's missing at least one other thing that I thought was like important.
Mm.
But
I think he's an electric type.
yeah, he has Electro. Electros is pretty good. And it's just one of the things where you see a team like this and he has like five like or four or five like single type mons. Like you're gonna have gaps in your type coverage, which isn't the end of the world, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but I mean, he's got really good offense. He's got solid defense. Like, the rest of his scores were average. I also think his removal's pretty bad because he has Mandibuzz and he's Mandibuzz and Scizor. What am I talking about? That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not as bad.
But I just, his lack of removal wasn't that bad in my opinion
Yeah.
because he has nothing weak to Stealth Rocks besides Mandibuzz.
Right. Yeah, it's actually fine. There's like sticky webs and I don't know. There's other hazards, but yeah, you're right. Maybe I should know. I tanked him a little hard on that, but like the rest is all just like good. Like his first like I don't know. Actually, like his team is it's like good. I probably like lowballed him just like looking at this. But I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just like it's one of those things where like I don't know. It just was missing something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with you, but I just really think his team fits him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. What's wrong with the speed tiers? Why did I knock him there? Keldeo, Garchomp, Lele. That's not bad.
Yeah,
I think I grade, but I don't know. Maybe he was early for me, and I was
because
like
he's
more
picked.
harsh. I think I loosened up as I went down or something.
Yeah, that might have been it.
15th is outrageous. His team's like a ninth. I take it back. I don't know if I give him top half, but I don't know. His team's fine. He's got a really good offense. I mean Lele's a beast. You know, we're gonna have to see how that goes. Ekron, Mandabuzz is pretty good. Mola. I think I noticed he's like bolt beam weak. I think that was one of the things I knocked on him.
It definitely is bolt beam week.
Yeah.
It can take bolt beam for
Yeah,
days.
it was just like specially defensive in general. Like Mandabuzz is his best special, or Lele, I guess, because Lele has base like 140 special defense, and everyone forgets. It's not that high, but it's pretty high. All right,
Yeah.
I'll extend my apologies to Bub for that one. Not my finest thing. That's a hindsight one for sure. But we'll see. I don't know. He should take 10th. I know Bub won't care where he's ranked. He's not that like he's not like super competitive in that way at least.
Yeah.
All right. So rounding off at ninth is Spanik at the Disco and the New York Rangers. This one wasn't bad. I gave him 10th and Mid gave him 7th. So, 8th or ninth probably made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about this team is that I feel like he doesn't really need a Roar Veil.
Yeah, he didn't like pair that with anything. Well, I mean, besides Zard.
Yeah. It's
But
like the rest of his team is like so bulky that it almost just feels like a waste of a Roar Veil.
yeah, you're right. I mean, like, yeah, it's like Starmie, I guess. Like Zerkatry you could set up under it. I totally get what you're saying. That's a good point. I mean, you ranked him higher than I did, anyways. Let's see. Another team I knocked removal on. I know he has Starmie and like Lando and Zard, but like obviously like Zard doesn't really count.
Yeah. But Lander Stern's best set is like Choice Scarf Defog. So,
Yeah. So it's like this team's very rock weak. I mean, you have Aridos there, you have Ninetales, you have Zard, and you have no ground type. Oh no, Landorus is his ground type, but it doesn't resist. Lucario, I guess, is his best bet. That weird late pick Lucario.
it's the best kind of Lucario.
Yeah, I mean, this is another team where it's like I think like his stats across the board, like my scores are all like above 7.5 out of 10. Like,
Which is really good.
yeah, I give him like super good setup and priority because he has like Landorus, Zard, Ninetales, Zerkatry,
Doesn't he
like
have,
his
doesn't he
and
have priority on this team?
what's up?
Even have priority on this team outside of Lucario?
No, it's just Lucario. I mean, Aridos gets like Shadow Sneak and stuff, but at the very least, like his setup is super good. I just kind of lumped those two
Yeah.
together because I didn't think they were worth like their own category each. But yeah, so I think this is like a very fair like middle of the rank team.
And those are always the teams that you don't think are that good, and then they always come back to bite you in the
Oh yeah,
butt.
yeah. That's what happened with River last season. I gave him like ninth or 10th, and then he got like the top top record in D3 because his team was just like it looked okay, and then he really knew how to use it. So that's what you get.
Yeah.
All right, here's round two of the questionable rankings. In eighth place is Ian and the Surrey Stingers. So on this one, I gave him fourth. Mid, you want to say which one you gave him?
I think it was 11th.
You gave him 12th. this,
Yeah,
this
learn how to count.
this was your oh he was just checking off boxes team that you told me.
I remember that because that's what I really feel like he was. He was just checking off boxes.
Yeah. But like I don't know, like isn't that good? Like if he's checking off boxes. I totally get what you mean though.
I just felt like he wasn't trying to pair stuff together. He was just checking off like Fairy Dragon Steel, Fire, Water,
Oh yeah,
Grass.
for sure. I mean, I don't know.
It
He
wasn't
had
like he was trying to pair things like Tapu Bulu, Heatran
right,
that are
right.
like cover each other's weaknesses.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I don't know. He has really good hazards from what I put down. Fable, Roserade, Drapion. I don't know. He's got like he has at least has a variety of hazards. He's got
Yeah.
he's got solid. Actually, I don't know. He's got okay offense. He's got okay defense. Like you're right. Like it is a well-rounded team, and then I don't know if it's synergistic, but like I didn't have a category for synergy. I just had a category for like base stats. So like mine's probably a little
I probably
short-sighted.
should have. Yeah, I probably should have put this one up higher.
Yeah,
Mega Lopunny.
dude, he can just run like wish past Salamence. He's good to go. Best set.
And doesn't he have like three Wish Pastors on this team?
What, Jirachi, Clefable, and Salamence. Technically, yeah. I mean, there's something there.
Yeah.
His setup in Z is also very good. He's got Raikou with Calm Mind. He's got Golurk, Autotomize, I guess. He's got Salamence, Dragon Dance.
You always have to be scared of Calm Mind, Clefable.
Yeah. It's like Megalop has like Fake Out and Quick Attack. Like he's got his bases covered, but like you're totally right. It's just like I don't know. It's just like a team that you would like write down as like is a good team, you know, and then like what can you actually do with it? But
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
yeah, for sure. All right. Moving on. In seventh is gonna be Super Salamence Brandon and the Ports Meowth. This was another close one. I gave him seventh. Mid gave him eighth, so he ended up in seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
I
spooky.
really did like his team.
Yeah,
Like ninth pick, Aegislash.
I know. It's so good.
I know there's the curse in the league, but I feel like still ninth pick is extremely late for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean he's got the team I kind of like. I was going for like I wanted Edge slash Finney. Obviously, like it had no chance to get back to me, but it did with Brandon somehow. So good on him. He has Thunder's Therian.
I like his defensive synergy with Aegislash and Tapu Fini.
Oh yeah, I wanted that so bad. Yeah, he's got decent defense. He's definitely specially weak. I think Finney's gonna have to like carry him special defensively because like Tangrowth. I mean, Alolan Muck I guess is especially defensive. Like Tangrowth, Donphan, Alolan Muck. Like that's one of those things where it's like my basis on is your defensive core good is if like Nidoking obliterates you and Nidoking obliterates this basically entire team. Like
With every team.
yeah, I mean, like that's true, but like especially this one because like it speed
Yeah.
ties Finney and basically kills all of his defensive bonds. So, I mean, it gets checked by Medi, so like Medichamp's gonna come in on it. But yeah, so I mean, he's got his bases covered. I think like hazards, I guess I put were a little weak because he has Donphan and Druddigon and Lycanroc. So he has three Rocks users. Lycanroc's not really gonna want to bring it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was his like low score for me. Everything else was pretty high. I mean, his offense is really good. His defense is decent. He's got okay Scarfers, I think. Between like Thunderous and like
Wish Passer.
whatever. I don't know. I think he picked. I mean, I told him which Z users to pick actually, but his Z users are all really good. Thunderous, Lycanroc, and Pyroar can all do well. I mean, Pyroar's not gonna come.
Like his best choices.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I definitely told him that. Well, in somewhere on Discord. But yeah, Brandon's got a very good team. It's just like he's got some like holes in his his like stat distribution, but like not speed tiers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I
we'll
give
see.
it boosting.
Yeah, I'm sure he can do well with it. So here's this one's like fake, like a weird one. So in sixth place is Bloodcrawler and the Leuven Larvitars, coming in at sixth. I give him eighth, and Mid gave him fifth.
Which isn't too crazy.
His team's decent. He's literally been like, my team sucks. I'm in last. Like since he was on like pick 2, and he was like, I'm last in the power rankings. I'm like, dude, your team's fine. Like,
This is like the one team where I would say it's too fast.
yeah, I know. He's got like Bulu Lucha for like Mega Speed, Latios, Jolteon, Mega Beedrill, Greninja. Like literally, like from 100 to 140, he has like everything. His speed tiers are
And then it's
super
like,
good.
I know that's just terrible speed tiering.
Yeah. So like I don't know. He's got like kind of bad removal. It's Latios
Yeah.
and
I mean,
Lucha.
Halucha's best defogger.
that's kind of rough, and obviously not great defense. I mean, he has like Palosan and Quillfish, like, and then he has like he has built-in bulk with like Heatran and Bulu. Like they can go defensive for sure in grassy terrain and
Yeah,
stuff.
they definitely can.
Yeah, but it's like yeah, I think his team's like good. Like he has really good, just like insane offense.
Yeah. Whenever you face him, it's not really going to be a defensive battle. It's just going to be
Yeah.
more
Yeah, it's
first
like
and win.
yeah, it's like how many switches do you have and how many switches does he have? Like all like unless he's got just like a very like bulky Bulu Heatran like protecting and getting grassy terrain kind of battle, like most of his battles are probably gonna be under like 30 turns, just like naturally. I don't know. I like offense, so I'm not gonna like roast him for his weird team. All right, moving on in fifth place is J Law and the Sacramento Sandshrews. I was on the wrong page. That's a solid team, right? I gave him fifth. You gave him sixth. Hey, now he's in fifth. you know.
Loved his Fairy Dragon Steel Core.
Yeah. Yeah, he picked it
His
right
last
away, but it
core
works.
is God.
Yeah, I mean his lowest score for me was like a 7 in speed tiers and setup / Z users. But like I don't know. I mean, Mega Dancy is his fastest, and he's got a couple like I guess Scolpede's faster. Scolpede 112.
Skullpete's 112.
Yeah, so I mean he has like Kartana, Mega Dancy, and Scolpede all right next to each other, but Scolpede gets like free Scarf speed boost bullshit. It's a very good Z user. I think he picked the right Z users.
He definitely did because Cortana's good without Z, but Scolpete has trouble without it.
Yeah, he's got really good Scarf options: Hydreigon, Kartana, even Rotom, even Typhlosion actually.
Explosion is scary with
Yeah.
Scarf Eruption.
Yeah, Typhlosion's good. Yeah, it's just a very well-rounded team. There's just not a lot wrong with it. I think there's just like certain things like I don't know, like no team can be perfect in the first place.
Only thing I don't like about this team is that it's pretty Scald weak.
Yeah, he's got like Chestnut, which doesn't want to burn. He's got Rotom. That's like, yeah,
But that's about it.
yeah,
And once it gets a burn, it doesn't want to take any more hits.
yeah. And at least here, like even the overlap between Kartana and Chestnut for grass typing is okay. Besides like the fire weakness, like Kartana's not even really like a grass type defensively, so
Yeah,
pretty good overlap. Yeah, I don't know. I think he did pretty well.
I really like his team.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the last like decent sized gap we had in picks. Coming in fourth place is It's Shade and the Calgary Town Flames. I gave him second.
Put him in ninth.
Yeah, I gave him ninth, which like I actually get. This was like a weird hindsight one. So like I was doing the day 2 draft stream and I was looking at some of these teams and I was like, did I really like rank this low or this high? And Shade's team is actually it is kind of weird, but like I guess I like it.
It's like I'm the same way. It's like I like the team, but when I went in to like judge it, I didn't like it.
Right. At the very least, he has like some of the best hazards. He's got Regirock, Tentacruel, Galvantula, Ferrothorn, even Infernape. Like he has every hazard, and he has a couple ways to put up a couple of them. So like I think his hazards are like extremely good. You have to worry about Tentacruel putting up Toxic Spikes. You have to worry about Galvantula webbing. You have to worry about regular rocks. Like there's a lot going on.
It definitely forces like some move slots against people.
Yeah.
Like they might even have to bring like two hazard removals.
Yep, and his defense is really good. You have Ferrothorn, Sylveon, Tentacruel, Regirock. It's not like super good defense, but it's just there's enough there that he's got some okay cores going.
I definitely see him using this team well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, personally, his worst thing for me, I guess, was removal because he has like Tentacruel and Mega Latias are his real like 2, which Tentacruel is decent, but
down low on the list for me was just because of how.
I called you.
I don't know. Sorry.
Who are you talking to?
What? I'm doing a video. Don't yell at me. I'm sorry. I know you called it, I saw it, but I didn't see it till I missed it. I didn't ignore it.
You don't
Help.
think to call your girlfriend
Help me.
your fiance back?
No, I'm sorry.
What if I was in an accident?
I don't know.
Come here.
All right. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Useless.
No.
Your girlfriend works 12
Hold
hours
on.
a day and she just wants to talk to you.
I know.
I'm dying.
This is his fault because he was late. We should have been done basically now. All right, maybe I'll edit some of that out. All right. So there's three left. In third place is the man himself, Trogdor, and the Vancouver Tapu Canucks. And his mouthful
The
of a team.
Trogdor.
Yeah, the greatest man.
He even has a game named after him.
I know, it's great. This was a weird one because I gave him sixth and you gave him fourth, and he ended up in third. Just because like I pulled down Bub and you pulled down Ian, so he just kind of like got boosted by that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, he's got good stuff going on.
His team's definitely not bad in the slightest.
Yeah. Yeah, another well-rounded, like offensively, defensively. He's got his types covered. He's got a decent setup. I have that down.
It's definitely. I really do like his team.
Yeah.
I like how offensive and defensive he is at the same time.
Yeah, he really went like both ends of the spectrum. Like, there's not a lot of like. Tyrantrum's like his best example of like a bulky attacker. Like everything else is just like Lando, Weavile, you know, all out offense. Steelix. I guess Steelix can hit hard, but
Yeah, he definitely drafted well this season compared to last season.
yeah, that's what happens when you have well-rounded teams. There's not a lot to talk about. It's just like they're good.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I put his hazards are okay because he's got Mega Steelix, which is like fine. Tyrantrum is like eh, and Lando is another eh. Like Steelix is his best rocker. But like otherwise,
Yeah,
he's
I
got like,
definitely agree with you.
all right. Good job, Trog. You did it. So
You Trogdor.
I know. So that leaves in second place is actually gonna be Poi Po Charlie and the Shanghai Dragons. So yeah, she got third for me
Really well.
because I had Shaden second, and she got second for mid. So very, very, very consistently high up there.
Very consistent.
Yeah, this team's busted.
It really is. I don't know how she got this.
Yeah, who let her get Shelmet? Are you kidding me?
That's the scariest one in the format.
I know, it's too good. But for real, I mean, obviously, like, she's got really good speed tiers going on. Like Coco, Torn, Superior. Like, what do you do against those? She's got really good Scarf options. She got really good setup. Like, there's just a lot going on here that's like, it's pretty good. I think she's missing. I don't know what she's missing, but she was missing something that made me give her a 7 on typing. And I don't know really what it is, but should be fine.
I mean,
I think it's probably just because I didn't really consider Girder or Shelmet like a bug or fighting type because like they're not reliable. She's missing like
Yeah.
rock, ice, and maybe something else. I don't know. It's not really as bad as I probably scored her on, but it's like pretty good. Off hazards as well. I guess Shelmet counts as hazards, but otherwise it's Nidoqueen and Seismitoad.
yeah, that's basically all she has.
Yeah, but I mean Nidoqueen's good in itself, so it's not like a bad hazards. It's just average.
The greatest.
Yeah, but this seems scary. I would not want to face it. I don't know. As long as she can like hold herself together, I think she'll do really well this season.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way.
Okay, and if you haven't done the math, and that leaves in first place the other one we agreed on, which I was surprised when like I scored this one and the score just like popped out at top. But this is David Ryan and the Dynamo Bucharest. That's probably pronounced wrong, but I don't care.
I think his team is extremely well.
Yeah, it's just extremely well rounded. Maybe lacking a little bit of offense, but he's got everything else to make up for it.
He has everything else for that.
Yeah, like I mean, he's got a great setup. Mega Alt can set up Mew, Terrakion, Salazzle, like even Hoopa. You know, there's out of control there. His defense, Mega Alt once again. You know, Mega Alt's one of like the best mixed roles. Can be super defensive, can be very offensive. I mean, Empoleon handles it. Araquanid. I mean, the Empoleon Araquanid overlap is kind of rough because those are both more defensive Pokemons, and they're both water types.
Yeah,
Nice.
like he's how he'll do bad this season.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd really have to throw to like go worse than even with the team like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking here.
Yeah. He's got incredible removal. He's got Mew, Zapdos, Mega Alt, Empoleon, like and Whimsicott. Like, come on, like he's infinite options. He's got his own hazards
Yeah.
with Araquanid and Empoleon and Terrakion.
Super Bowl, he can run like crazy offensive Mew,
Yeah, like I don't know. This team's just I really like this team.
especially with Medium Z allowed.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that did boost them up. Yeah, Mew with Salazzle are really good Z user picks. Yeah, I
That's
think
really all.
yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like you look at it, you glance at it, and you go like, oh, it's just like a bunch of mons, and then like you like pull it apart for power ranking purposes, and it's just like really good.
Yeah, I think, and I love the carving pick.
Carving's really cool. I like to see it, especially just dancing with like less offense. So let's see if he can do stuff with it. All right. I think that's about enough. We've recorded this way longer than I expected, and we started late, so I have to go get scolded some more. Deservedly so. So yeah, thanks for watching. I know some of this is weird. We did it in a different way. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. I don't know how I'm gonna have time to edit this, but we'll figure it out. And obviously, if feel free to say which picks surprised you, which ones you agree with, which ones you maybe the ones where we were like split. Who you agree with more, or if you think meeting in the middle made sense there.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for week 1, which is also coming up soon, I guess. I don't know.
Isn't it this weekend?
Yeah, that's like the limit. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if these power rankings hold. I don't know how often we're supposed to do these. No chance we're recording videos every week. Maybe like we'll do like a half season mark or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for joining us for this. I don't know. We probably was like weird hosting. We didn't plan any of this, and we've never recorded together. So
But we just kind of were like, you want to do this together?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, talking over each other a little bit. Not super great, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, Mid.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, it was a good time. You joined me though because you were late, so that's your fault.
Wow.
All right. See you guys later, and whatever. That's the end of the video. I don't care.